Welcome to our podcast, Gaia Ashram Ecovillage Thailand, Community of All Beings. Today episode, Gaia Story by Sunisa Jamise Dieters.
I realized that now I'm really ready to start something that is to use the knowledge or this knowledge and experiences that I had to create something. And I want to create it where I feel that it is really needed, where I feel like I want to be somewhere that where I feel like I will be most useful. I don't want to be somewhere that it doesn't really need me. And that's why I feel like I have quite a lot of choices of where to be, because working at Ecovillage Ashram and connecting with the global Ecovillage network. So I connect with various projects and community like this, and had choices. And the calling to come back home, that was also the question was like, when I think like, okay, now I feel really ready to put all the knowledge and experience and the passion to create something. And where would it be? I feel like coming back home would be the most useful place to be. And also I feel responsible for the people in the village on those days of them, because they actually said in that day that they're celebrating me joining university. They said like, when you are able to graduate, and the people said, if you are educated, and then I hope you gain that high status and use it to help the people. So that was it stick in my head. So then eventually I choose that I will come back here, and then to see how all this knowledge, experience, passion could be something that's serving me as a person who like to grow and have my needs met, as well as serving the land and nature and serving the people in that area where I am. So when we first arrived, at that point I already met Tom. So we met each other when I was still at Ecovillage Ashram. And where was it? Okay. And Tom had his passions about serving nature, because he also, in his journey, he also experienced experience of the pain of how he experiencing the destructions done to nature because of humans. So he has a lot of pains and guilt and anger. He wants to put that into action. And then that brought us to meet in a course. And eventually we decided to join together to create Gaia Ashram. And we came together to see this land. And the calling, when we come to this land, the land was a rice field. So it was very dry at that time of the year. It's like in April of Thailand, it's the peak of the summer, and it was very dry, and people just harvested, and everything looked brown, and the soil was cracked, and you can look from the main road, from the road there, as far as your eyes can catch, because it was just bare and like land. And that was the calling. I feel like we get to ask ourselves again, like, do we really want to be here? Because we have choice to be in a more beautiful place, in a better place, a place that we don't need to start from scratch. And at that point, I don't think like, even Tom has a doubt, like, can we really do it? Because at that point he said like, my strength, my energy, my skill, I don't have that much skills and to do it, and then what we feel at that point was that it is, for me especially, I feel like, this is where I will be. It is an honor to be here. It is a privilege to be in a beautiful place. It is an honor to be creating beauty with nature. and thinking of that to recreating the beauty is mean that I really need to learn the way of nature, the way how Gaia is regenerating herself. I really need that way. I would feel very close to her because I would need to learn her secrets, how she generating life, how she creating beauty that we experiencing everywhere, and that excited me. And then I chose that, okay, we're going to be here and we're going to create something beautiful. We're not just going to look at beauty, but we're going to be part of creating it. But still, a lot creating something like this, you need a lot of skills, starting from like, okay, building your house. At that point, we haven't built anything before. So Tom like haven't built anything before. The first thing we trying to do was making a spoon out of out of a wood. So that was our first building project. And then we moved to making a stool. After a year of being here, we learned how to build a shed, not a house. So basically, it was just there was only 2 trees here. So then we need a shed to be. So then it was we just randomly putting things together and not using any nails or any rope to tie. We just put a long wood to stick on that branch of the trees and then stuck on the branch of the tree and then putting the thatch together. But it lasts for a year. Yeah, it was luckily. So the challenge in the beginning is that, of course, that it was the two people who are having all this dream in their head and nobody sees it. All they see is just like, what are you doing here? And then how we maintain our energy. At the beginning phase, it's like having a community. Even though it's just the two of us, but we lucky that from our experience we connected with different movement before. So we kind of keep ourselves connected at that in the beginning phase because it's really important to not lose the faith in our dreams. That is the biggie. How can you not losing hope? And we also learn to the practice of yin and yang, which is to observe when thing is off balance. You start to observe symptoms when thing is off balance, and then we in this philosophy we learn then what is too much and what is too little. So then so we can adjust to make it more balanced. And for me at now they also be extending our work to what more in the village, which is now we are starting a foundation for the ways of nature ways foundations, which is established in the village, which is to bring about these concepts, principles for the community development, as I have made my commitment with the community that at one point that my education would be the benefit for the village. It's Gaia Ashram because it is to as an invitation to create a space where we contemplate on our life as humans as part of the planet Earth, as a living planet. To learn how to come back to be part of the Earth as one unique beings among many unique beings in the community of all beings. So that is why in our t-shirt we said community of all beings. That is the only vision we have to create a community of all beings. What that means, it means also in our mind, how can we creating that in our consciousness to see ourselves as part of the community of all beings.
Listening and watching more. Stay connected. Be part of our family by becoming Gaia Ashram Patreon membership. For the course and for more information, visit our website gaiaschoolasia.com, or you could possibly visit us at Gaia Ashram Udon Thani, Thailand. May all the work that we've done benefit to the Mother Earth and all her beautiful beings.